In this video, we'll learn how to make an app that picks a random number, and then we'll let it tell us whether it's a odd or even number. Okay, first we need a button. And then we'll also need the text-to-speech function. And then we also need a label. We let the label be blank, and then the button will just say check if it's odd or even. Okay, we can also change the font of the font size of this text. Say we want it to be 20, and then the font type, you can change the font type and let it fill the width. And let's go and program the blocks. So once the button is pressed, we want it to pick a random number. So here we need to create a variable. So we create a variable called number, and since it's a number, we draw out this. So when the app is started, the number is set to 0. And when the button is clicked, we set the number to something. Okay, and the number would be a random number between 1 to 100. And then we like it to be shown at the label. So we draw this out. Text will show that the number is actually the variable called number. Okay. Next, we need the if-else logic from the control function. So we can take this and then click on the gear to add the else bit, or you can just take this if-else complete set over. They mean the same thing. Okay, so you put it under here, and then what we want is if this is true, then run this part here, else run the other part. Next, we pick out the text-to-speech. So we need 2 of this. And then basically, if the number is an even number, it runs the top. If not, you run the second. So we want it to read out text like even number and then if it's an odd number, if it's going to the second pathway, then it will be an odd number. Next, we use the math function. Okay, there are a lot of math functions here. If you need to use them, you can understand them and then you try to use them. So in this case, we'll use the modular. Change the remainder. So we know that if the number, the global number, divided by 2 divided by 2, it is 0, then it is an even number. So we can put this here. We can take this logic function here. If the remainder of this number divided by 2 is equals to 0, then we know that it is an even number. If not, it's an odd number. So this should be the complete code for this simple app. In summary, you learn how to assign numbers to variable. You also learn how to pick a random number. And then you also went through this if-else function. And of course, you've seen how this text-to-speech works. The if-else functions is actually quite useful, so be sure that you know how to use this.